Okay, terrible switch. Stop. If you're switching the screen on Anthony Edwards, you need to be up here in a defensive stance with your feet set. Let's check if this player is. He is not. If you're Damian Lillard here, as soon as D'Angelo Russell turns, that means he's posting you up. Stop. So you need to now get up because you need to make contact with D'Angelo Russell. He cannot be the one that's moving you, okay? So Damian Lillard isn't doing that. Who's the one moving who? It's D'Angelo Russell. So now look, now he's able to create this space and you can't guard this ball screen now. Okay, so when Drew Eubanks rotates here, I mean, you got to rotate, but rotating also means you got to box out Eubanks' man. Like, that is not boxing out. Okay, again, you're guarding Luka Garza in the post, but when he turns to face you up, he is not posting you up any longer. Stop. So right now, get your feet set, get in a defensive stance. You never do that. See, you're still guarding Garza like he's posting you up. He's not. He's facing you up. So now you're beat. What is Shaedon Sharpe doing? You are guarding this Timberwolves player. Why? Like, what are you doing? Why did that just happen? We have a down screen right here. Stop. This player's got to get attached to his man with his arms out. This player cannot curl. You got to force him out. This player has time to get over the screen. You don't do that. So now what happens? Now two players have to take the man coming off the screen, and Luka Garza's wide open. You never, ever backpedal in transition. This player's been backpedaling the whole time, but we just see him now. You got to sprint back. You got to have your feet set. You got to be in defensive stance. You want any hope of guarding this basketball. This player apparently does not feel the same. What is going on with Damian Lillard? His feet aren't set. He's not in a defensive stance. So let's take a look. Look at, he's leaning backwards this way. Well, his man's flying here. So look at this. You're not able to guard. I mean, draws help. Okay, so Josh Hart has a turnover here. Okay, it happens. It's basketball. But, like, right, stop. So you got to start sprinting now. Now. Be disappointed during a dead ball. This is a live ball, and you are not moving the way you're supposed to, so now it's a 5-on-4. You're not even in the picture yet. Again, Josh Hart is in a defensive stance. His feet are not set. So what does that mean? Look at this. Look how he's now, because of that, is leaning this way. Well, Anthony Edwards is about to come off of a handoff this way that you have no ability to guard now. So the Timberwolves are coming off this ball screen this way, but this is the problem. Damian Lillard, before this happened, needed to force Austin Rivers here. This is where the drop coverage has to be because Luka Garza, now there's backside help here, there's backside help here, there's backside help here. When you run this ball screen this way, now Damian Lillard falling doesn't help, but it doesn't change anything. There's no backside help for Luka Garza here. So it's, you know, this is a mess. What is Damian Lillard doing here? This player is guarding the ball. You have to be guarding this Timberwolves player, so move over here. Like, look at this. Damian Lillard, you're just standing. What? This trailer's coming back. What are you doing? Why can't Anthony Simons get his feet set? Why? This player's going nowhere. You have nothing but time to just get your feet set. Yet, look at, your feet are just constantly moving. He hasn't gone anywhere. What? No clue what Josh Hart is doing here in transition because this is his man. So if you're Josh Hart, you have to come here and push this player here. You got to call for a switch. I mean, you just have to. There's nothing you can do. You gave up the ability to now guard Austin Rivers. Easiness on defense really hurts Jeremy Grant here. So Anthony Edwards makes this pass. You've got to sprint over, get in a defensive stance with your feet set, especially with Anthony Edwards. This is not any of that. Look when Anthony Edwards catches the ball. You're not ready to guard him. So now you're backpedaling. And it's Anthony Edwards. And that's a really big problem. If Jusuf Nurkic is going to be in drop coverage, he's got to be in a defensive stance with his feet set. He is not. Because he's got to be able to guard the ball, and when this pass gets made, shift over to Rudy Gobert. See, look at Nurkic. Feet aren't set. He's backpedaling. He has no chance of shifting over to Rudy Gobert. Again, why is this player in the paint? His feet aren't set. He's not in a defensive stance. That means that when Taurean Prince catches this ball, does it look like this Blazers player is able to guard Taurean Prince? I would say pretty confidently that the answer to that question is no. Okay, Drew Eubanks has no chance of guarding Anthony Edwards like this. None. Okay, so you know this. Now, Drew Eubanks is going to play on Anthony Edwards' side. I mean, Damian Lillard really's got to come over here. And, like, you really got to, like, stop the ball here. All right? Because, again, I mean, when this pass gets made, if you can't get out, we can rotate. This player can rotate. You can fly here. Or this player can go here. You can drop down here. But, I mean, this is not going to end well. Again, so this is a pick and pop. Drew Eubanks needs to get his feet set in a defensive stance. And you got to get up a little bit, okay? Because you got to stop the ball. But you got to be in a defensive stance with your feet set. Because when this pass gets made, you got to be able to rotate out. See, Drew Eubanks backpedaling here. You have no chance to rotate out. So now this player's got to stay up in backside help, which means he can't guard his man, which means this player has to go here. And that means Taurean Prince now is going to become a challenge to defend. If you're Shaedon Sharpe, please just get back. Get your feet set. Get in a defensive stance. Don't gamble like this. I mean, if you're Damian Lillard here, you got to force this guard this way. This is where the drop coverage has to be. Because now there's some backside help for Rudy Gobert. When this ball screen gets run this way, look at this. There's no backside help. So that's not really that great. This is not a lot of intensity out of a baseline out of bounds from Josh Hart. You need to get up. You need to be ready to guard Anthony Edwards. Like, look at this laziness right here. I mean, like, you're not, this is just ridiculous. God. Not go under a ball screen with Anthony Edwards. That should go without saying. All right, get up here, force Anthony Edwards this way so Drew Eubanks can stay up, because then we'll have backside up. We have it here, we have it here, we have it here. Okay? But not this. I mean, if you're Anthony Simons, I don't understand why you can't just get underneath and battle for positioning. But if you're fronting here, okay, well, backside help's got to come then. Because this pass over the top can't get made. This player would rotate here. Like, I mean, you have no chance. So if Josh Hart is coming to trap here, stop. That means that you have to actually trap. So this player's got to get up. Like, you cannot let Anthony Edwards turn the corner here on a trap. And you also have to keep trapping, because Josh Hart isn't guarding him one-on-one. He's guarding him like you're trapping. So look what happens. This player just leaves. Well, Josh Hart isn't able to guard one-on-one. He was trapping. I don't know what there is even to say about this. Damian Lillard has like less than a 0% chance, if that's even possible, of being able to guard Anthony Edwards full court like this. I mean, are you kidding me with this? That's how you're defending him full court? So, of course that happens.